Hey guys, Ali here. How are you doing? Welcome back to a Layman's Insight and another episode of Disco Elysium, where we are still in the fishing village. It's snowing, and I'm still kind of exploring the place to find out how I want to deal with the task that Evrart gave me earlier on. The ladder leads to a school of fish swimming in the kelp. Oh, there's a box here. I'll take the cash, thank you very much. I have a place to stay now for free, how cool is that? Never would I have ever thought I would have been so lucky. Okay, I'm gonna have a look at the map a second here. So I'm here in the Fisherman's Shacks. I guess I want to make my way up here somewhere. Oh yeah, I can do quick travels now. Oh yeah, and I also want to talk to her with my police badge. I want to see how that develops. That'd be quite good, but I'm going to finish exploring the fisherman's village first. Or the fishing village. I don't see any men here. Oh, what's that? There's something in that trough. Ooh! Primer for small kids. Oh, who wants to read a kid's book? Let's do it. Oh no, here we go. Items. Interact. Here. A textbook for the first grade in primary school. On the cover, a humanoid teddy bear is pushing a wheelbarrow full of letters. He's not doing a good job. The letter S is dangerously dangling from the cart and the E fell off a long time ago. Children should pay more attention. Yeah, that's quite good.
You hold in your hand the colourful primer. The title reads, A Primer for Small Kids. There's a bear involved.
Exactly what I need.
This book will show you the score. Get you oriented with those basic concepts you appear to be hazy on. The anthropomorphic bear will give you the lowdown of your life.
On what?
The alphabet.
Okay. Okay, let's flip through the pages.
Every page has one word designating one letter of the alphabet with a faded illustration. Most of them are scientific and cultural principles. It goes as follows.
Let's do this.
A is for azimuth. B is for Boreas. C is for cosine. D is for diamite. E is for ellipse. F is for phlogiston. G is for gamete. H is for homeboy. I is for econ. J is for Eura. K is for collapse. L is for laudanum. M is for myriad. N is for nadir. O is for aureole. P is for perihelion.
Always liked the word myriad. Myriad. Which I believe means like variety. Like a myriad of something is like a variety or many of. I'm not quite sure. It's one of those. Always like the sound of the word though. Yeah!
Q is for quasar. R is for rhododendron.
Oh,
S
rhododendron.
is for sinus. T is for tricolor. U is for ultra. V is for vector. W is for Wahrheit. X is for xylophone. Y is for Ustava. Z is for zenith.
That's it?
That's it. You know the alphabet now.
Oh, Kim, I know the alphabet now.
Good. I also know the alphabet.
Oh, we can be alphabet buddies. Nice. Put the book away. There you go. Never let it be said that a layman's insight is not educational. Moving on.
Finger pistol.
Oh, yeah.
9mm. Snap, snap, baby. Turns out guns aren't that much for protecting as they are for attacking people. If you want to protect people, really work for them, you have to whip out your signature dual 9mm Villiers finger pistols. Who needs real guns anyway? That conversation you just had? It would have gone better had you snapped those bad boys at them. Note, 9mm dual finger pistols do not count for an actual weapon in a gunfight.
Okay, that's good to know. I like how they put the disclaimer down there. Very nice. Yeah. I don't know which one I'm going to do next. Probably the Kingdom of Conscience. I'm very curious about that one. And it doesn't take very long to internalize either, but I need skill points. So we'll get that done. This is where the sand pit was of the little girl, wasn't it? Quite a lot. Okay, should we go left or right here? There's some path leading up there, so I'm going to go this way, off the beaten path. Oh, there's a thought. A little black swallow circles above you. You hear it chirrup. Alright, I don't know what that chirrup means. Is it not chirp? I might be wrong, you know. What's this? The beams are splintered. The bridge didn't collapse on its own. Artillery broke it. Oh man, that sucks. How am I going to get up here? The water runs from the west. The source is upstream. A broken pipe? Maybe. I want to get up here, but I'm not quite sure of the way, so I'm just letting the game guide me here. Oh wow, there's a guy there. Oh, there's a box. I'm gonna pillage from the box there. Some cash. No boat in the boathouse today. This section of the course hasn't been used in decades. Alright. Ooh! Oversized superstar sunglasses. Nah, I don't want to use them, but I'll take them because I can sell them, right? I'm getting a lot of magnesium, but I don't have a lot of the health things, so I might have to go to Fritz sometime and buy some now that I don't have to worry about paying for my accommodation. The boathouse is shoddily constructed. A strong breeze might blow over. Well, that's awful. Oh, over a real there of money just lying there, begging to be stolen. Ancient paint is peeling off the roof of this shaded bench, covered in rust.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall,
Wow.
reaching from one corner to the other.
Wait, hold on. This looks like it could have been for a firing squad. You know, just kind of like lining people up along here. And then just mow them down. Let's see. Look, Kim, even more bullet holes. Something has definitely gone down here.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez's sense. Grim affairs.
Very grim.
Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days.
Why not?
The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution. The destructive power of such tools proved to be too much. We do need to retain some humanity in this world.
Okay, I'm gonna try this.
Unable to piece together the big picture just now. There's a hole in their hypothesis.
I'm dumb.
The scattering of bullet holes
Ooh,
looks like
I
one
damaged my own
giant
morale.
smiling mouth, smiling its deadly smile, laughing at you and the world and the living.
Okay, let's walk away. Clearly a very spooky wall. I'll check this stuff out later. I'm wanting to go up here. Get some cash that somebody's left on the bus stop there. It looks like a bus stop to me. see about this box. People. It's a piece of clothing, I think, but it looks more like a blanket than anything else. Small wire framing inside a futuristic-looking Fallen People hat. Gives the aerodynamic shape of a swoop skier's helmet, but none of its protective qualities. Covers the wearer's ears and eyebrows to bring down the drag coefficient. That sounds awful. Reaction speed. The logic, though. The logic is... I look like an absolute ass in that. No, I'm sorry, I can't wear that. I mean, the yellow hat looks ridiculous as well, but... No. No. I can't do it. The door is not truly barred shut. It is not only barred shut, it's inaccessible. Okay. Inaccessible. Okay, let's go to the gate down here, have a quick gander. The sign says Entrée interdite, whatever that means. An old ticket taker booth, no longer in operation. Alright. Oh, I forgot something. Okay, let's proceed further on. I want to find out how I can get to that guy and the kid that were up on the higher platform. I saw them, but I didn't see a path to them. At all. We're on the water now. I don't think we're going to be able to go any more west. But that's okay. Lovely music. Could that be the guy? The old men. Tiny cages, carefully constructed. Excuse me, sir.
Here we go. Nice and easy.
Nice and easy.
Way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
The cryptozoologist. Okay.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting.
Okay.
It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
Hello.
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly. He looks like your understanding of a scientist.
Really?
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Gary the crypto-fascist. Who's that? That's not this person, is it?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
You must be Morel. Or Moral. Yeah, Morel, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you, and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the A81.
The water lock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
I will pass that along.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we go in.
He refastens a bit of netting that has come loose in the wind.
His hands are large and weather-worn, but also used to delicate, precise work.
Tell me about the phasmid you're looking for.
Which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
Wait, what? Yeah, that's... Oh, half the dialogue. Okay. Apparently it's difficult to find. What makes it difficult to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there?
Alright. Okay, like, you know, I kind of think this guy's a little loopy. I mean, searching for the unknown is one thing, but putting together little details like that and calling it evidence of something... Ah, man, I'm not sure about this guy.
And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists, in our present case.
What sort of specialised techniques is the plasmid using to hide itself?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex.
Alright.
But I cannot describe how these defences work, much less how they evolved, without studying a live specimen.
How big is the phasmid?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant.
Wow.
One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
He leaves the conclusion up to you.
Seems puny, to be honest.
It does, yeah. Why are you so interested in this stick bug? Aren't there more sensational animals out there?
typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of of any cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defences, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
He shakes his head.
Would be glory itself.
Glory. Oh, glory sounds good. What have you discovered about it so far?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So no one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
He holds up an index finger. Oh wait, yeah, sorry.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
Yeah, that was my question.
I know it's real.
The cryptozoologist says, brusquely enough that even he seems taken aback by it.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
What makes you think the phasmid is in Martinez?
There was a credible sighting here recently. A pair of teenagers described a creature that matched the Insulindian phasmid to an uncanny degree, despite not knowing what it was themselves.
Are you sure that they didn't, like, just read a book? Maybe one that you wrote or something?
It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Maybe the Insulindian phasmid has died out?
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
Parthenogenesis?
Yes, the females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
It doesn't leave much room for fun though, does it? A travesty, a crime against passion and common sense. This arouses no special feelings in me.
And it shouldn't. Nature does not concern herself with ethical propositions. As a scientist, my interest is strictly dispassionate.
There's nothing dispassionate about the way he talks about the insects.
Yeah, he does go on, huh? Tell me more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Lena designed the traps,
Yes,
he says with some pride. How do the traps work?
simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can't get back out.
What, do they just like swell or something? Become bloated?
At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
What are you using as bait?
Locusts.
Oh yeah, he said that.
Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm. A meat-eating stick insect? Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
What will you do if these traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing.
A carnivorous stick insect seems unlikely.
Thank you for your opinion. We have also included plant material in the traps to satiate your skepticism.
Sorry, just trying to help, old boy. Let me ask you something else.
Yes. What?
Lena seems pretty eager for you to return.
And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps.
Okay.
My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
Come on, Morale. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
Okay. It's funny, if this guy is this person, and I don't know if it is, he doesn't look anything like his picture.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
I didn't know the phasmid was so important to Lena.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
Alright.
She's seen it.
Really? She sighted the phasmid?
Yes, that's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine. Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
Well... Maybe you could go back to the whirling, warm up, come back and check the traps later?
No. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
But didn't you put food in there to bait it?
He's dead set on this.
Yeah, he seems to be.
I could go for some trap setting.
What if we check the traps for you?
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
Well... Cryptozoology and detective work are very similar.
Yes, indeed. Both require a great deal of research, attention to detail, and, above all, persistence.
Okay, so where are these traps?
There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near.
Okay.
Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church.
Alright.
The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them,
The trap.
you should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
That seems like a lot. Do we really have time for this extracurricular venture?
The pursuit of knowledge is its own justification.
Is it?
He doesn't look too convinced by the small, but the small shrug indicates why not. What do I do if there's a phasmid in one of the traps?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
Alright.
He's not comfortable with the possibility that you'll claim the find, but he's lying about this even to himself.
What if I encounter the phasmid in the wild?
That's highly unlikely, officer. And in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed.
Wow, I don't know if I want to go that far.
It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you.
Okay.
It's quite potent.
Li-
It'll last you about a week.
A week? Oh man, lay it on me, fine.
Wise choice.
He douses you with an odd smelling spray that gives you, and then gives you a satisfied nod.
I hope you're not buying this. He dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
Ah.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
He looks at the lieutenant with disdain, then puts the spray back in his pocket. I'm ready, let's get to it.
Right. Which means you two can pack up and go back to the boiling.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Okay.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask. We'll be gone once you get to it.
Alright.
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you'll have time for that later too.
Okay.
But what if the information is vital? On the hunt.
What if indeed?
What about his eager-to-leave friend Gary there? Talk to him too, perhaps.
How did you become a cryptozoologist?
Just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
Have you ever discovered a cryptid?
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
So how many cryptids have been found?
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemnee, which is 4,082 items long,
Whoa.
about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes.
Okay.
2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
Only 2 have been proven to be real.
Yes, the Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Hugo Grad, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves, more so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
2 out of 4,000 is not even 1%.
In fact, it is 0.05%. Ever more magnificent, should our search contribute to making that number 0.075%.
Whoa, what a goal to hit, huh?
He has clearly done his math on this. There is no surprising him or swaying his opinion.
So you're living your childhood dream out here.
It's not child's play. just because I have to traipse through the mud every so often.
Why not just be a zoologist? Real animals are puzzling too.
Real? I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
Let's see here. I don't. It's a profession, just like any other.
Indeed. My methods do not differ from other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence. And I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
And has anything truly surprising ever happened to you?
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid. Although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying.
Interesting. Something for later, this close call.
Yeah. So what kind of evidence do you use?
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought us here, to look for the phasmid. I keep a very open mind.
Okay.
He's interested in things that people believe that scientists don't.
You think other scientists don't listen to ordinary people enough?
Most establishment scientists only care about reputation and remuneration, not real research, and certainly not the truth. They're a cowardly lot, and both the field and basement archives can be dangerous places.
Thanks for explaining that. Now about something else.
Yes?
Let's talk about specific cryptids.
All right. What cryptids precisely? I usually discuss these things with specialists, so I don't know what.
We would have to discuss. He wants to say, but decides against it, since you've offered to help.
Which cryptid did you almost catch? You said before that you almost caught one.
A willow person.
What?
It's a long story. One non-specialist would find rather dull.
Let's try him, shall we?
Willow people? Not at all.
What are willow people?
They're not people, really. Some argue they aren't really animals, as they seem to have evolved directly from trees.
He says in a self-explanatory everyday manner.
They're very, very thin, almost flat in fact, and can camouflage themselves easily, wrapping themselves around trees and blending in with the tree bark. In that way, they're not too dissimilar from the phasmid we're looking for here.
Okay, wait, so I may have seen these willow people without knowing it?
You probably have.
How did you almost catch a willow person?
Gary and I painted an entire grove's worth of trees in slow-drying paint. It was a bright lavender colour. I was hoping one of the willow people would get paint on it and not be able to camouflage itself.
That's a pretty cool plan.
After waiting in hiding for hours, I saw a figure slip from one of the trees, a lavender shadow dashing through the grove.
And then?
I chased it with a net. Not very elegant. You can't be elegant in the field. And, well, he was faster than me.
Continue.
A lavender shadow.
He smirks. Hater. Kim, you're a hater.
I know you think we were snacking on funny mushrooms. It's easier to mock someone than to admit that the world might be more interesting than you've imagined. Furthermore, I'm not saying it was a confirmed sighting. I'm painfully aware of what goes into verifying such things. There is a serious possibility that I saw a squirrel or a trick of the light. I am my own harshest critic.
Okay. And Lena's sighting of the plasmid, is that...
Confirmed.
Yeah.
It's 100% verified and meets all the standards of an authentic cryptid sighting.
Just tell me about a cool cryptid. Any cryptid.
No offense, officer, but I'm not much of a pedagogue. I don't know what I would have done if Lena hadn't persuaded me to go back to field research. You should ask her if you want interesting stories.
Oh, okay. Maybe. Maybe I will.
Me? I'm not a people person, unless you haven't noticed. And I don't make a good lecturer. My strength lies in field work and persistence.
He brushes an errant strand of hair from his eye. Enough tales then, let's change the
By
subject.
all means.
I'll get going. Alright. That was a nice little exchange. The soggy logs smell of ignition fluid. Still, they won't light up. Let's talk to him.
Hello, I'm Gary.
Hey, Gary.
Very generous of you to help us out, officer.
This guy seems a little slimy to me.
Yellow man. I mean, officer.
Wow.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow man. Interesting. This is something to ask him about, after a little probing first.
Okay, let's probe.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Not a lover of the great outdoors?
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Degenerates, this man respects authority too much. To see the truth inscribed upon thine own visage. Pretend thou art a paragon of virtue.
Let's see. I am neither of those things, I can assure you. I am a by-the-books, clean-as-a-whistle officer of the law. I'm not even tempted to touch intoxicants. Let's see. Nobody's perfect. I'm sure you've been tempted to drink.
Oh, I've been tempted. But someone has to stay strong for Revocol.
His gaze shifts to the pile of soggy logs at his feet.
He pronounces Revocol with a hard K, unlike other people.
You said Revocol?
I like to pronounce it the hard way. The old way. The Vespertine way.
It's a secret rite. A very fringe nationalist handshake, probably.
Did you know anything about the man hanged behind the whirling rags?
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that.
Ah, man. Is it just me, or does he give off Bill Gates vibes when he talks? Ugh.
So you do know something about it?
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here knows that. I'm just glad to hear you're looking into it. That's all.
He's not feeling very comfy in his clothes, is he? Strange. He didn't kill him or anything, but there's something going on here.
Is this your mug?
My mug? Why would you think that?
You said yellow man. That's not something many people go around saying.
Really? I hear it all the time. All in jest, of course. No offense meant to anyone.
Still, seems suspicious. Did I mention the mug was found at the scene of the lynching?
Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel.
Oh.
I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer.
He pauses.
You're not going to find me, are you?
Ah. Nah, Gary. I just want information.
Whew. Thank you. You won't regret this. I won't use another man's property to dump my garbage ever again.
I should think so.
I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info.
Okay, how did you get into the trash container? Because we still need to find out who else has access to that other than Garta.
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services, CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez,
Why would you need to get into everyone's trash?
so I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Gary, did you put the clothes of the murder victim, the man who was hanged behind the whirling and rags, into the trash container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Do.
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Okay, then what happened?
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly.
He changes his mind mid-sentence.
Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
The lieutenant remarks drolly.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads, against one another as they roll across a hardwood floor. You've heard this sound before, but where?
You wouldn't know anything about the victim's missing armor, would you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more wrongdoing. There's something going on here. You should observe him more closely after this topic is concluded.
What's that strange sound?
What sound?
That clinking I just heard when you moved.
Really?
He fans his arms out slowly, and this time his motions are soundless.
There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds, though. Insects, trash. Could be the wind shifting some garbage nearby.
The sound you heard was not the sound of something easily abandoned.
Okay. So I think he's got some armor somewhere. Let's move on for now.
I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way.
He's visibly relieved it's over.
Does this mean you were in his apartment, admiring his colonial mug collection? Perhaps it would be interesting to tell him.
So, Gary, you live nearby, in an apartment in Martinez.
Sure do, officer.
His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going.
Let's see. Are you a big man from Hyamdal fan?
How?
The colour drains from his face. Mr. Everard Clear thought it necessary to unlock your apartment.
Mr. Clare unlocked my apartment?
No, I did, per his request.
So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, please tell him we're good. No, tell him I'll make it up to him. What have I done? He'll send the muscle after me.
The man looks around, whispering. He makes sure no one hears you talk.
As he lowers his tone, he hunches his back.
Try not to shit yourself, Gary. It's just an open door. Oh, what a statement. Really? I didn't even know what it was about. I just opened the door.
Whatever it is, tell him I'm silent as the grave. I was probably talking too loud in the whirling the other night about some theories. I won't do it again. If there's anything I can do to assist you, or the Union, just ask, okay? I'll try to help if I can.
Are the Union and the RCM not at odds with each other? I mean, I guess they're both trying to aim for the same thing, but they just have two very different standard operating procedures, shall we say. Yeah.
This scared him proper. He's positively melting from fear. Has to prop himself up with a lot of anger to keep it together.
Huh.
The weather vane has turned. He cannot be unturned.
He clearly liked his squirming. He may even have changed his mind about the whole door-opening operation.
Okay, I'll see if I can get this any higher with these. You were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sail. I meant no offense, truly.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next racist will be a really good one?
Yes.
Well, this is that racist.
Yes, our lucky racist. Will you grant us 3 wishes, Gary?
Hey, man, all I meant was there are not many Sealites around here. I'm just stating a fact.
Do you have a problem with Sealites?
No, no problem at all.
He flashes an impenetrable smile at the lieutenant. Okay. Are you a cryptozoologist too?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
There probably is a follow-up to this, but you can't think of any. Doesn't matter. Waste of time anyway. Gotta keep moving.
Okay, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if I can succeed with this. Yes.
That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
Something worn underneath?
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
I see you're a connoisseur of high-quality combat gear.
I knew you'd figure it out,
Yeah.
officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once.
He unbuttons his shirt.
I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
You see gleaming white ceramic shine underneath. A thin layer of interlocking plate covers his gaunt torso.
We're not detecting falsehoods, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth.
Okay.
Gary, what's going on?
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
No, you've got explaining to do.
The lieutenant's tone is icy. Why did you really put those clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling.
He looks at his feet.
So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here. Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
We're detecting sincere contrition here, sire. He's not trying to flatter anyone.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Sealite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
Why did you lie to me, Gary?
Because I was weak.
He
I
said...
should have told you the moment I saw you. But
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
I'll explain later.
He doesn't muster up the strength to yell. Give me that armor now.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat. But so light to hold, like a bag of cotton.
Do you know who killed the hanged man?
I always thought it was the Union, but I sure as hell won't go around saying that anymore. You have my word. I don't know, and I won't be running my mouth on this subject anymore.
This is all he knows.
Are we done here, Gary?
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again. I won't mess with Mr. Clare either. You have my word.
Thank you for your cooperation, citizen. All right. Well, that was good. Let's put another thing on in the old thought process here. Kingdom of Conscience. Inspect the traps. Here, we've got that to do later. Yeah, we're really kind of making good progress on this list. I'm really happy about that. Can I put on the other armor? Pain threshold +1. Have less empathy. Okay. So we still got some more of this area to explore, but for now, I'm going to end this episode here. I know we didn't go very far in it, but I think we've met a couple of really interesting people here. And we managed to, obviously, one of those early quests that we had with Elena, we managed to progress that somewhat as well. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episodes. If you liked the video, obviously you can hit that button. If you want to stick around for more of this game or any other game I obviously cover in the future, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you have any thoughts or feelings that you feel like you want to express, feel free to do so in the comments section below. For now, take care, and I will see you in the next episode.